Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this is going to be a pick a card reading to see how your ex feels about you. So I'm going to give you a moment here to choose. Take as much time as you need, use your intuition. And if you're undecided, you can always use a random number calculator. And if you're being called to more than one deck, that's okay. Maybe there's some messages for you within each group. So group number 1 is the Tarot of the Divine deck. Group number 2 is the Mystical Manga Tarot deck. And group number 3 is the Gilded Tarot Royale deck. Alright, so let's move on to group number 1's reading. Hi group number 1, let's find out what your ex thinks of you. So what does group number 1's ex think of them? Ooh, card dropped here. They have the Page of Coins. Ooh, okay. So I'm going to turn over this card first before I pick out the 2 cards in the deck that flipped over. We have the Queen of Swords, the Empress, the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Page of Wands. Interesting. So what I'm getting from this is that they view you as someone who took their time to express themselves with the Page of Coins and the Queen of Swords here. And you only invest in things that benefit you. You have a lot of respect for yourself, but it also seems like you're a little bit cutting with the Queen of Swords and the Empress. You're not willing to take disrespect from them or anybody else. They kind of see you as a no-nonsense type of person. You're a bit of a hard nut to crack, and maybe you guys had a bit of a harsh exchange, but they still look at you tenderly with the Empress here. And they definitely still think of you sexually with all these wands. This person is still heavily attracted to you with the Knight of Wands, King of Wands, and the Page of Wands. A whole lot of wands. Maybe you guys had a really fiery, hot connection, but unfortunately it wasn't sustainable because this person doesn't seem like they were too invested in it. Like physically, they were very invested. But in terms of possibly giving you what you needed, maybe that's why they view you as cutting, because they weren't really in it for that. They're more so there for the physical stuff. So they definitely still find you very attractive, even though I guess you had some choice words for them in the end. Maybe you just cut them down because they were in and out with the Knight of Wands as well. And hey, you might have been justified to do it, but people do not like being told about themselves. And also with the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands, they view you as a person who's pretty much down for whatever. Like you were always going with the flow. You're very spontaneous. So they probably view you as the type of person who wakes up in the morning and be like, hey, you want to take a trip? Like right now? Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. And you two are in the car going somewhere on a moment's notice. So they view you as being very fun. Probably very flirtatious too with all the wands here. So since this person still looks at you very fondly, why didn't it work between you two? Why didn't it work between group number 1 and this person? Okay, we have the 9 of Cups. Maybe someone was being selfish in a situation. Ooh. We have the 8 of Swords. One more card as to why it didn't work out. We have the Page of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Justice. So it seems like the reason why it didn't work out between you two is because someone was being really selfish. They were looking more so at you while you were sitting in the corner. Maybe you were trying to express your needs, especially with the Queen of Swords being there. But they kind of just didn't really care. They gave you enough to give you the impression that they cared. They never really solved the issue with the 8 of Swords and the Page of Cups here, so this person emotionally seems very immature. So you could have seen this person as being very immature emotionally, and that's exactly why it didn't work out. You felt like your needs were never being met due to them kind of just brushing you off or not really giving you the attention you needed or in the way that you needed. And then with Justice at the bottom of the deck, I feel like you were very fair about the situation. Like you kind of brushed it off like it was no big deal, even though you were hurting inside, especially with the 8 of Swords here. Even though it brought you some mental anguish and some inner pain, you never really showed it to this person. You expressed yourself, yes, but clearly they didn't get it, so you kind of just put it on the back burner in hopes that things would get better. Or they said that they'll change. Maybe they'll actually change it this time, but they never did. That's sad. So does group 1's ex have any regrets about how the situation ended? Oh yes, yes they do. We have the 5 of Swords. Oh, the pain, the agony. Look at you back there with the sword coming for their neck. Or at least that's how it felt. They felt really hurt by this. What are the regrets? It seems like they regret they couldn't give you what you needed. And they think about it a lot with the Moon card here. They also have the 7 of Coins. They think about how they could have or should have invested more into the situation. So there's a chance that this ex might not actually be over you. Oh, and at the bottom of the deck, we still have the Justice card. You saw me shuffle, right? This person's kind of getting their karma. All those nights you spent crying about how they weren't meeting your needs, now they get to spend crying because you're no longer there. They could have just invested in this more with the 7 of coins, but they chose not to. And here they are with the 5 of swords, being sad. And they have no one to blame but themselves, and they know that. In fact, it seems like this person thinks about it a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if they've thought about calling you, or maybe butt dialed you and then hung up just to see if you would answer. Or they had intentions of speaking to you, but they got scared, so they made up an excuse, like it was just an accident or something. And if you haven't heard from this person, there could be a chance that you might hear from them soon. I don't know, they seem really upset about this. That's the type of route you would like to go down, but do know that this person is still hurting over it. So since they're so torn apart by the situation, I'm just going to ask, what are their next actions regarding you from here? Okay. We have Judgment. Ooh, the Ace of Swords. What did I say? You might hear from this person sooner than you think. Okay. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Actually, let me hold this a little better so you can actually see it. And at the bottom of their deck, we have the Lovers. So this person still has a lot of emotions for you. Chances are they want to let you know that they want to get back together with you. However, with the Judgment and the Ace of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, it can go either way. You decide if you want to repeat this. But also at the same time, just because they want to repeat it with you doesn't mean they're actually going to change. So always keep that factored into the situation. Most people don't change unless they really want to. And even if they do, it does take a while. I don't know how long you guys have been separated or broken up for. But if this person does come back to you, really sit there and think about it. Has it been long enough for them to change? Or make them prove it to you. Make them prove to you that they've changed before you decide to give this another go. With the Lovers here, they really do want to repeat this with you. They do want to come back into your life. So my last question for you, Group 1. Has this person changed, or are they willing to change? Ooh, okay, you got a few cards here. So we have Temperance, the King of Swords, and the Knight of Coins. So what I'm getting from this is that they're really trying. It doesn't seem like they're all the way there yet. They're going to be better at communicating with you. With them finally becoming the King of Swords rather than the King of Wands, it seems like they're ready to match you. They're finally ready to give you what you need. However, they are still going to need some time and patience with the Temperance and the Knight of Coins here in order to give you 100% what you need. Definitely take it slow with this person if you do want to repeat this. Because just because someone wants to do something doesn't mean they'll follow through. It looks like they will, but you never know. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the World card. It feels like they want to do anything just to get back together with you. So this person really is willing to give up any bad habits or poor communication that they've had with you in the past in order to get back with you. Baby, come back. What is the outcome of this situation for my Group 1? Okay. Ooh, spicy, spicy. Let's find out. So we have the Tower. Justice finally came out, so that's great. And the Four of Cups. Ooh, I don't know. Please remember that tarot does not dictate your life, and that the circumstances may be different for you even if you resonate with this story. But it seems like this change is going to be short-lived. With the Tower and the Justice card, it seems like it's just going to be rocky if you do decide to pursue this. With the Four of Cups and Justice card, I feel like when they feel you starting to pull away again, then they'll try and clean up their act. But this doesn't seem like a permanent change. It seems like a temporary change. Or at least they start slipping after you give them another shot. And then with the Hermit at the bottom of the deck, I feel like if you do pursue the situation, then you're going to withdraw from them at some point and ask yourself why you decided to even repeat this, because it's just the same old thing. And you knew that they didn't really change this time. And you knew that this change was going to be short-lived. Or you're going to think about how you got your hopes up for the same thing to happen. That's sad. So overall, Group number 1, your ex misses you. They want to get back together with you. They may change and things will be great in the beginning, but they're slowly going to slide back into their bad habits. So if you think your outcome will be different, by all means, try it out. But don't be surprised if your ex reaches out to you at some point within the near future. And Group number 1, that is your message. Hi, Group number 2. Let's find out what your ex thinks of you. So how does Group number 2's ex view them? Okay. So we have the Six of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, just get a few more cards here. We have the Lovers, and we have the World here. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups. Group number 2, what I'm getting from this, with the Six of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, this person felt as though they were more invested into this connection than you were. They feel like you were very hesitant whether or not you fully wanted to invest into this. And then with the Lovers and the World card, they felt like they could have had it all with you. Like, look at these red ribbons here. Here, I'm gonna show you both cards because it's actually in both cards. That's a little crazy, right? So, see these red ribbons in the cards? Have you ever heard the expression, the red string of fate? That's how this person views this. This person views you as like someone they could have had it all with. Like fate brought you two together, or you two were fated to be together. You didn't know if you really wanted it. And then with the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck, they feel as though they gave so much to you emotionally just for you to be unsure. This person feels as though they were emotionally available to you, but you just treated them like an option. Ooh, okay. Very different from group number 1's. Tell me more. Oh, ooh, maybe this person's a little bit angry at you. That was a little violent. Ooh, we got the Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. All right, and let's get one more card. That's a lot of cards. We're not taking that, sorry. This person has a lot they want to say. Maybe there's a lot of unspoken words between you two. Ooh, yeah, okay, fine. It seems like they're just telling it all right now. So we have the Empress, the Queen of Wands, the Devil, the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Four of Swords. Oh my god, this person is dramatic. Or maybe they view you as dramatic. Because this is a lot. I don't know who's the drama queen here, but since they're the ones with a lot to say, I'm gonna say it's you. So this person feels like you were playing with their emotions with the Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords and the Empress here and the Queen of Wands. There's so many people in this situation, but those people are you. So it feels like on one hand, you'd be very cutting to them, or you'd be very logical, maybe cold towards them, even though, you know, they were trying to show that they cared for you and tried to give you affection and attention, and you were just kind of distant. You're only focused on yourself. With the Empress here, it seemed like you were focused more so on your goals and your self-fulfillment, but at the same time, you would be very flirtatious with them and make them feel wanted at times with the Queen of Wands and the Devil. So it's like this person never really knew how to handle you. It's like one minute you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, you're up and you're down. This person, your ex, thinks that you were all over the place and you were very non-committal with them unless you wanted to. They felt like an option to you. I don't know if you had big dreams or aspirations or you were just going through a lot. It doesn't matter because they feel as though you were a lot and that the connection was quite toxic. It felt like they kept chasing a fantasy with you that they would never get. With the Devil and the Seven of Cups here. I'm laughing. It's not funny, but this person has so much emotion. Maybe this is why you were distant, because you felt as though they were emotionally unstable. I'm no therapist, but this person seems to have codependency issues, especially since they still view you as like you were fated to meet or like you were the one. It seems like there's a little undercurrent of obsession and not in a healthy way. And sometimes they do obsess about the situation. With the Nine of Swords here, it keeps them up at night. Sometimes they think of you, especially with the Seven of Cups here. They remember the good times, but then they're quickly reminded of all the bad times and how you couldn't fulfill them emotionally. Or maybe this person just had you on such a pedestal that anytime they didn't get your validation, it felt like an attack to them. Like they felt unworthy. Like if you happened to miss a call because you were busy, it seems like this person would freak out about it and then call you like 20 more times to make sure that you're not just rejecting them, that you're actually busy. I don't know what that solves, but it made them feel better, I guess. But they've come to peace with the situation, and with the Moon at the bottom of the deck, it seems like they still think about this a lot. It feels like a whole lot of, what do you mean? What did that mean? What does it mean when he said this? You just feel very unclear to this person, still to this day. But they seem to hold you in such high regard, so I don't understand how you seem to be this dreamy person, but they never understand how you feel about them. That doesn't even make sense. So maybe that's why they feel like you're playing with them. I don't know. That's weird. This could go a lot of ways, but you take it in which way it resonates. And then once again, if you think that doesn't fit in with your story, that is perfectly fine. This is how they feel. So even to this day, they still don't know how you really feel about them. This could all be in their head, but apparently everything you do is a mystery. But they're also addicted to you with the Devil card too. It's like they didn't want to let you go, but they knew that it could never work between you two, but they still see you as being fated to be together. I don't know, this person's weird. So what regrets does this ex have towards group 2? Ooh, okay. So the star card actually fell out first, so we're going to flip it. Then we have 6 of Swords. One more card for any regrets. Alright, you don't want to go in, so we'll take this. Ooh, we have the Page of Wands in reverse. They regret that it didn't work out between you two, even though they wanted this so bad. It seemed like you were their end-all, be-all. This is very traumatic. If you're part of group number 2, please let me know if this resonates with you, and if it does, the person you're dealing with, are they a drama queen? Seems like this person is taking every minor things that have so much more meaning than it actually does. Or at least that's what it feels like from the cards here. And then with Judgment at the bottom of the deck, they kind of feel like it's not fair that it worked out this way. They regret putting so much effort into you for this to be the outcome. Yeah, this person still seems a little bitter. So let's find out their next actions towards you or lack thereof. So we have the Ace of Swords. I feel like it should still be left in this position because it seems like they're still deciding whether or not they want to do that. It's their next actions towards group number 2. Ooh, okay. So we have the 8 of Wands, the Queen of Coins, the Knight of Coins, and the Page of Coins. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Swords. Yeah, this person's dramatic. How did you put up with them? So it feels like they're torn whether or not they should talk to you because they don't know whether to spill their guts or just keep it to themselves. Clearly this person has a lot of issues when it comes to keeping anything stable. Maybe you're not even the unstable one, but this person is so unstable, they're convinced that you're the unstable one. Who knows? Part of this person wants to come in and try and work it out with you again. With the 8 of Wands, the Queen of Coins, the Knight of Coins, and the Page of Coins. It's crazy that they have the 8 of Wands and then every other card is a coin card. So it seems like they want to let you know how good you two could have had it and possibly get back together. Not 100% sure about that, but they definitely want to let you know that you guys could have had something great. They really just want to spill their guts to you about how they feel. And on the other hand, they feel like you kind of don't need to know all of that. So they don't know whether or not to let you have it or to just keep their feelings to themselves. Especially with the 3 of Swords here, it seems like they don't know which direction to go in. They don't know whether or not to spill their guts and pour out all the pain that they've had onto you or just leave it as it is and just let it sit within their mind. You may or may not hear from this person again, but if you do, it may be a little abrasive here because it seems impulsive with the 8 of Wands for everything else that they're going to say. So it seems like they're going to talk about this level-headedly, but it's going to be impulsive, so they might not choose the right words. So do not take it personally if it's a little bit abrasive. Once again, with how they feel about you, you probably don't take anything personally. They do though. So it could go either way for you. You might hear from this person, you might never hear from this person again. And what is the final outcome between group number 2 and their ex? The Moon card. Okay, you really want to come out? We have the Hierophant. Okay. And we have the Knight of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool card. So surprisingly, there's a chance you might start over again with this person. But you might have to actually think more so about your actions before committing to this again, because this person feels very hurt by you in the past. And they're also not as gung-ho on a situation as they used to be because they still have that hurt and they still feel a little bit bitter. They still have love to offer, however, they're a bit more reserved this time. They're not going to put all the cards on the table like they did before. And with the Fool card at the bottom of the deck, they want to start it over. They want to start something over with you. They want to start something new with you, assuming that they reach out to you. If they don't reach out to you, then disregard this message. But if they do reach out to you, there's a chance that you guys can start over again. So that's all I have for you, group number 2. I'll see you guys next time. Hi, group number 3. So this is what your ex currently thinks of you. So what does group number 3's ex think of them? We have the 9 of Swords. Ooh, okay. So we have the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. So what I'm getting for you, group number 3, is that your ex feels as though you don't really know how to go for what you want, which is kind of weird. Maybe you have a lot of defenses up, and you keep your heart very guarded with the Nine of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. It's very difficult for you to let anyone in. And then with the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Cups, it feels like whenever emotions are brought up or something about your past or your emotions do come up, you kind of find a way to evade the situation, especially with the Eight of Wands here. So they feel like you dodge love. Your defenses are way too up. You won't let anyone love you. You won't let anyone in. And you're always in your head about it. Maybe you have trust issues. And the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It seems like they think you don't trust anybody. You don't trust any type of communication that people give you. So if they told you that they turned left, you're really thinking that they turned right. In your mind, it's still alright because you just can't trust this person. This person thinks that you do not trust anybody. So what happened between group number 3 and this ex? Ooh, okay. So we have the World card. We have the Five of Swords. Let's get a few more cards for what went down between you and this person. The deck. Okay, what's this? We have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Let's get 2 more cards. That feels right. The Nine of Wands. Okay, that's a few more cards than I wanted, but it's fine. We'll take it. We have the Seven of Wands and the Chariot. Ooh, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower card. So from what I'm getting here is that it always felt like a battle or a struggle for this person to get to know you or to chase you, so to speak. Whether or not you feel the same about the situation, I don't know, but this is from their perspective. Keep that in mind. So this person at times got tired of kept trying to get you to open up, kept trying to pursue you, and they would give up from time to time. But then they would think about it, since they really liked you, they would pick up the wand again, and then they would keep going back at it, even though they kind of knew it was a losing battle. You did not make it easy for this person to get you. That is what it seems like. This person was willing to risk it for the biscuit. At one point, they almost gave up, but they wanted to keep pushing. And then with the Tower card at the bottom of the deck, it feels like this person thought it was very unsustainable to keep trying to go after you like this. It was always a losing battle in their end, but for some reason, they just kept wanting to pursue it. Or maybe you guys just had a lot of drama, but they kept coming back for more. No matter how bad the fighting got between you two, they were always willing to come back and try to fix it, but I guess the last time was just too much with the Tower card here. What is Group 3's ex's regrets? Okay. The Eight of Pentacles. Cards for what do they regret? Okay, well, I guess we take as many cards as they want. So we have the Eight of Swords. I'm going to leave it in this position. The Hierophant. And the Four of Wands. This does not look good. I'm so sorry. Once again, this is this person's perspective. It's okay if you do not feel the same way. If you feel like this person is painting you in a bad light, Group 3, please let me know. But it seems like they regret investing so much into this because they really thought something was there, but it just wasn't worth it. It's just too much fighting, too much back and forth. Maybe you guys were on again, off again, constantly breaking up, making up, getting back together, breaking up again, going on breaks. They just wish that they didn't invest so much into you. That's sad. And with the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, it feels like they regret being so impulsive. They wish they would have thought about it a little bit more before they got into this cycle with you. So maybe this was a very toxic relationship. It doesn't seem abusive. It just seems like a lot of back and forth, bickering, breakup, makeup type situation without the hands being thrown. But I'm sorry, group number 3. Your ex really regrets committing to you. So chances are this person will probably not reach out to you. But they also go back and forth on it too. I feel with the Knight of Swords being in the sideways position is neither up nor down. So sometimes they regret it and sometimes they don't, is how I'm going to take it. It doesn't seem like this person is very fond of you, quite frankly. Or at least the way it ended. But I'm still going to ask, what are their next actions towards you? So what's group number 3's ex's next action towards them? Okay. We have the Lovers card, but it also fell out like this, so we're going to leave it here. We have the Queen of Wands. And the King of Wands? What is wrong with you guys? And the Five of Cups. Okay, wow, I don't know. This is toxic. This is really, really toxic. So there's a chance that this person might rush back in, even though the Lovers is in the sideways position. This person is definitely going to rush back in at some point, but it's going to be purely physical, or they're going to start it off as being physical and very impulsive. So maybe you guys have been separated for a longer time than usual, and this person is ready to rush back in to make up for lost time because they still have the emotion there, but at the same time, they're still holding on to the regret and the bitterness, but they still want to pursue this with you. It's almost like they don't want to let you go because they feel like they can't do any better. Not saying anything about your character or about you, but they don't want to move on. They can't let this go. They don't want to let you go. Don't be surprised if this person just comes in and say that they just want to talk, because it feels like that talk is going to somehow lead into the bedroom and you guys might end up making up again. Or maybe they'll drunk text you or drunk call you. That's what I'm getting with the Five of Cups here for some reason. I don't know, for some reason, I feel like the cups around them are alcohol, and he's a little bit too unstable to get up. Usually I wouldn't interpret it that way, but that's what I'm getting from this. So you might be contacted by this person while they're sad and horny. Sorry, we're just going to put it out there like that. And it feels like it's going to reignite this toxic spark. That's why I feel like the Lovers is in the standstill position, because even though those feelings are ignited and they want to start this over again, they also know it's really bad and toxic for them and you, but they just can't let go. I don't know, you just made this person feel too good, and they're addicted to that feeling and they just can't, or they're just addicted to you. No matter how bad you fight or how bad you treat them, they'll always come back, or vice versa. You guys are messy, but I'm living for it. So what is the outcome for group number 3? What is the outcome here? Okay. So we have the Six of Swords. Oh, hold on. We have Temperance. And let's get one more card for the outcome. Okay. Looks like you get 3, but that's fine. We'll deal with it. So we have the Four of Swords. The Seven of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So even with all this fighting, they still see you as the perfect person for them. They feel like you're their best option. They want no one but you, even though you bring them so much pain. But they can't get away from it. Take that how you will. This is the messiest reading of all the groups. But hey, what's drama but a bit of spice? So group number 3, that is your message.